Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to Watcher of Realms. This one will be a quick one where I wanted to show you guys how your loot filtering will have to go on after a while of playing the game, okay? I've been playing the game for about 6 months now. I forgot how many days I've logged in, but I want to say about 6 months. I've completed many of the things that you gotta do in the game, and a big part of it is going through your gear and knowing which gear to keep and what to sell. And of course, there's very different stages for that, okay? When you're first starting out, about the first, I would say 2 weeks or so, you're gonna be running purple gear and then legendary gear, which is the yellow gear, and eventually you'll start getting mythics. Once mythic starts coming into play, that's where the real problem comes in, where the cost to upgrade the items goes to great amounts, about 500,000 to 750, 1 million. I've seen sometimes of gold required for one item to get to level 16. So you gotta be picky, right? That's the truth of it. You gotta be picky with what you keep and what you sell in order to sell stuff, get gold. And a big part of the game is not farming gold, okay? I would say gold farming I haven't done gold farming in a long while. The reason for that is, of course, what I'm saying is I'd rather use my energy to farm gear and then sell that, comparing it to using my energy straight up in the gold dungeon, okay, in the gold raids. And that is actually your goal in the future. You might run the gold raid a couple of times at the start, but after a while, you'll see that your energy is better spent in other places, okay? So I only farmed about 23 items now. And instead of showing you how I do it, I'm going to go into a more progression of what I do, what I would do as a newer account. Let's say you started farming the mythicals. You might be getting more mythicals instead of legendaries. And once you actually start farming mythicals, it's going to be just replacing legendaries. You got to sell those. And once you get into the mythical category, there's different categories in itself, at least in my eyes, of items to keep and to sell. And depending on your progression, you'll eventually start going into deeper and deeper in terms of what you want to be keeping and what you want to be selling. So let's get started. First things first, let's say you farmed 23 items. Let's say it was 23 runs, or less. If you've got the extra privilege card, you get a couple of items more. Out of all these runs, I got a couple of items more, which is nice. Okay, so what would I do here, right? I would go, if I would first start out, I would go every single item. This is easier because this is gear rate 1 and you only have basically 2 choices: swords and chest pieces. So weapons and chest pieces. There's not much about that. Your primary stat here does not change, so that makes the choices in keeping and selling gear much easier than farming gear rate 2 or gear rate 3, where you can get the rings or the amulet. Ring, bangle, and amulet. So for this one, crit damage set, what you're looking for is, let's say you don't have any crit damage set, then maybe you can start implementing these sets just to get something up on your heroes. But listen to me, you should not upgrade an item such as this one more than level 12. Although it says crit rate there, it will not give you anything. What you want to be getting is basically the attack. But honestly, if I'm being very honest, even in those cases where you don't even have this set, this is a complete waste. This is a complete trash item and should be sold, regardless of how you think, okay, I have 0 of this annihilation might set on my account, might as well start keeping it. I would say just keep on farming and you'll get something that has very much better stats. Okay, let's see the next one. This is gonna get sold. The next one, this has an attack bonus. That's where things get interesting. The attack bonus becomes so important for any account out there. Attack is the crucial stat that you're looking for, more so I would say than crit rate in this game, because attacks in this game are constant. There's no turn base, so you're not gonna go with one attack and that one attack has to be a crit and it has to use your crit damage and all that. For the start, you can go about without 100% crit rate, and you can go with more attack bonus, because attack basically helps you do more damage, as it is almost like an ignore defense mechanic in the game. Okay, the more attack you have, you'll be able to ignore defense on enemies and push through specific thresholds that the developers have made. I'm not sure of the thresholds, but I try to push attack bonus as much as I can on my items to be on the safer side, okay, especially on high-end gear rate. So attack bonus, very nice, but again, there's nothing else here. So if you don't have anything better at the moment, then you can say, okay, can level this up to 12. I'll get a good amount of attack. Attack bonus would be something that I would get. Of course, if the attack bonus is crap, is not good, you level it at 8, you see maybe it's not even worth pushing it to 12, then you sell it. So you can keep that in mind. That is, you know, how beginners will be looking at the items. This one has no stat that you're looking for unless you have like a very specific hero that bases his stats off defense. There's not many in the game right now. You can filter those on our website, warcodex.com. I have a link down in the description, by the way. You can check it out. I believe there's 2 or 3 defensive based damage dealers in the game at the moment, which is very little, very subjective. I wouldn't keep it. Following this up, chess pieces, again, it's basically also the same thing. You're looking for attack bonus and then let's say crit rate, but this one is much easier to keep. Attack bonus right there, crit rate is at the end. If attack bonus rolls well, you might even go all the way and level this up to 16 because this is gonna be you know, possibly a good item. But again, this will be very costly to gamble on crit rate for 16 because you're gambling your 1 million gold, let's say 700,000, for the chance that this rolls well. This is not something that you should be gambling if you're just starting out. So as you're pushing through and you're seeing every single item, you're looking for these stats. Attack bonus, crit rate are a must. Attack bonus here, attack speed on an attack speed set item. This makes sense for me. And then as I'm looking through, I'm actually trying to see, did I even get one item with a crit rate in the substat? That's what I want to see. So let's see if this one with the plus, with the thumbs up, actually is good. So this one has attack bonus, attack in the first 2, and then crit rate. And this is one of the better sets also that you could farm from stage 18. No, is it 18? I believe it's 19 and higher that you get this set. Regardless of the set, I would say if you find an item such as this one, if these 2 rolls are very good, then you can consider crit rate. But ideally, you want crit rate to be in the first 3 rolls here on +4, +8, +12. The reason for this is that you're not gambling high amounts of gold for getting this upgrade. And that is what you gotta understand with item selling, is that you are gambling after level 6, after level 12, you're gambling your gold. Even level 12 is gambling gold, but honestly, after a while, level 12 becomes an easy upgrade. Doesn't cost us that much, considering the amount of gold that you can farm and how aware you are of your items. So sometimes level 12 is something that you want to be going for. And for me personally, items, good example is this one, attack bonus, attack crit damage. I would roll to 12 and see how this does. So this is where a beginner is around in the game. A beginner is not really looking for 100% crit rate, okay? You're boosting your attack bonus, attack flat, crit damage if you have it, crit rate if you have it is also an added bonus, but that is where a beginner is. Mid game, how does mid game look? Okay, mid game, you're looking for whatever I've mentioned so far, but you're looking for the crit rate. You're looking to get 100% crit rate on all your heroes. How does that look in terms of items for a mid-level account? Since you're looking for crit rate on every single one of your items, we have 5 slots in the game. You're looking to get 100% crit rate. If your hero does not have crit rate in his skills, some way to get crit, you're looking for 100%. With 5 items, you need an average of 20% per item in order to get that 100%. So if you have one item 15%, then your other items, you're trying to get 25, maybe on 1, 23, 22. You get the idea. The closer you are to 100%, the better it's going to be. And that's how mid game goes. You're looking for crit rate and for crit rate to roll well as well in order to keep an item. And level 12 is honestly the gate where you stop, okay? A good item like can be a level 12 chess piece, okay? You can have 3 rolls here on good stats that you're looking for: attack bonus, attack crit rate, attack bonus, crit damage, crit rate, and can be a great item for you guys. But chess pieces, you don't need to get them to 16, especially for an attacker. The attacker gets nothing from a level 16 chess piece other than a little bit of health, which usually does not affect how your attacker performs, okay? Some attackers do. Some specific situations, it also affects them, like bosses target the lowest health enemies, so you might want to be boosting their health. Just keep that in mind. But that is for other stuff, okay? Other strategies. In terms of gear selling, Usually gear keeping and gear upgrading, you're not looking for the chest piece to upgrade it more than level 12 unless you want to get you know, the extra stats by the end. It doesn't affect the set bonus, doesn't affect anything. Later on, I would say late game. That is where I am at the moment. I'm in late game. Not all my heroes have perfect stats. The majority of my heroes have good stats, good gear. I have lots of things leveled up already. I'm being very, very picky with the items that I do. What I do when I see this page right here, like a couple of runs, I click on sell, select all. I don't click it, okay? I don't click it. But since a recent patch, they've updated the way that the thumbs up works. And it actually now filters for items that have triple rolls, usually of the stat that you are looking for. So I go about and unclick all the thumbs up. I just look for the thumbs up. I don't really look at the item, and then I go back again. What I do then is, okay, I look at this one. Attack bonus, attack, crit rate at the end. All right, I can gamble for this one. The attack speed set is honestly not the best one. And the crit rate is at the end. If I'm being very picky, I'll actually sell this also. But let's say I keep it. Next one is the life force set. This is the tank set. What I'm looking for is HP bonus. It doesn't have this here. It showed the thumbs up because it does have the stats that tanks are looking for. Sometimes tanks also need attack speed and attack bonus. So overall, this is like a good combination of stats. But I'm gonna sell it. This one, HP bonus, defense bonus. This is not a bad item. I'll actually keep it since HP bonus is right at the start. That's what I'm looking for. And then attack bonus, attack, HP bonus, crit rate. Again, this one, it's a good one. It's a chest piece for the Warlord set. Fantastic one. And then the next one is HP bonus, healing effect. HP bonus at level 12. This is the improved version of the tank set. So I'll probably keep it. Attack speed, healing effect can be useful. Some tanks heal themselves. So healing effect, I believe, works through their own heals. Although I'm not sure about that. Okay, but let's say I would keep it. Then the final one, attack bonus, attack crit damage. This one, if I'm being honest, I would sell. The attack speed set is not that great, and especially there's no extra attack speed in there. There's no crit rate. I don't have the crazy items with 30% crit rate. So this, I mean, I can use the attack bonus, the attack, I guess, on like a third team. But honestly, the ones I've kept are also like big gambles that I will probably sell at level 8 or so, like after upgrading. But this is how a late game player sees gear selling. And then end game player. What does an end game player look when upgrading his items? An end game player might also look at how I've seen these items, but he's probably going to be more picky and actually pick maybe one item to keep out of all these. Okay, let's say only keep this chest piece, which has attack bonus, attack, crit rate, but even that end game really doesn't look for this one. He looks for a quad item. He looks for crit damage, crit rate, attack bonus for sure on his attackers items. Okay, he's not going to be looking for items that might roll well. Extreme endgame players will be selling a complete page without even looking at the items, because out of 23 runs, they got 0 ancient items. The ones that glow, okay? The ancient items have a guarantee to roll better than usual items. The stats that those ancient items have is not guaranteed, but usually it's a triple statted item with the stats that would be good for that set. So if you get a tank set, you get HP bonus, defense bonus, and then HP flat or something like that. And those will probably roll in the purple range. Okay, if I show you some of my items, some of my heroes, they have all of them have equipped almost all ancient. This is basically where you're leading up to. Okay, having an account looking like this with ancients, it's not as bad as you might think. These ancients eventually drop at about 1 every 200 runs, I would say. And if you think about it, if I have to do 1,000 runs to get a complete set on my account, on my hero, and then I won't have to care anymore, then it's something to think about. I don't even have on everybody what I'm saying, like complete ancients, but it is something that you're looking for. Like I want to say maybe 50 ancients, let's say, on my account overall so far that I've been playing. and I've never sold one, although I've definitely gotten some ancients that were bad, which feels bad to sell them. That's the only reason which I didn't sell them. And I've been playing for exactly 150 days. 150 days, guys. So 5 months, not 6, but I want to say 6 months, just to make things more interesting. Wow, this month looks good. Legendary skill crystal and 2 legendary summoning crystals. Pretty nice. So guys, that was my video for how I go about with gear on the account. I know I've been playing for quite a while and I have like an expedited experience. So my experience is quicker than others, especially free to play and low spenders, because I'm a content creator, so I get perks from just doing content. They give us gems and stuff. And also I'm a spender, so if you're a spender, and especially the privilege card gives you extra loot, so my progression will be quicker than others. But I still wanted to make this video. I've been looking at gear with the way I've explained for months now. This is not a, oh, just yesterday I started looking at gear like this. No, I've been honestly looking at gear like this for quite a while, and that is how I found my gold. That is how I go about handling my account, and that's how I think would be beneficial for any player out there to go about using his account. So hopefully this was helpful. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.